Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's Shanna, and you're at home. You're in my home, and we're going to do another craft room tour. And I'm telling you what, about a couple weeks ago, I destroyed this craft room again and reorganized and tried to make things a little bit more functional and kind of near the desk and at my fingertips. But I'm telling you what, the more I rearrange this craft room, I think the worse it gets. I just cannot seem to find the right mix of organization and style. And I like it to be very clean and neat. It is part of my home, and I want it to represent my style. And so I just keep changing it and moving things around and trying to make it more functional. And yet I think the problem is the more things we get, the harder it is to keep it organized and effective. And so I think that's my problem. Stay with me to the end. I think I'm going to put some snaps of my back wall in as it has evolved through the process, and maybe put some numbers on there, and you guys can tell me which one, which design you like better or whatever. But I just keep trying to get it where I want it, and I just seem to, I guess, fail miserably. So anyway, eventually I'll have a setup, or I'll just settle on a setup. Probably not. I always move things around anyway. So, and it's not my intent to become, I've got several craft room tours, but I don't want to become one of those people that you're like, does she ever craft? And you guys know that I do, because I make a video every day. So follow along. Okay, I guess this is the next reiteration. Of course, the craft desk is exactly where it always is. And that's because of the setup for the videoing, which I've got the clamp up there and the claw, and it hangs down. And I could turn my desk this way, and I thought about it, but rather than have the windows as my backdrop, which would cause glare, or you'd just be looking at wrinkly pink curtains, I like to use this for my backdrop. And this wall was like this with all the instruments and all that stuff way before I even put the craft room in here, because this was my music studio. And I like this wall. This is my inspiration wall. And it's part of why I think I made the move again, because I had all of those cube units, can't speak, lined up all the way across there. And it was just a great big wall of cube units. And I moved them because I just felt claustrophobic, and I just felt like they were just taking up so much space. And it looked nice because I had all the little cubies in there and everything, and it was, kind of seamless across there. But I just felt, I don't know, claustrophobic. So what I did was, I'm just going to try to move slowly. And we've got some crafty goodness there, things that I've been working on recently. Is I took two of the units and I stacked them here. And it covers up my tapestry thing that I've got there, which I don't like that. I love that boho tapestry thing. This is a boho inspired craft room, and I really like it. But anyway, I took the 3x3 unit and put it there. And then I took a 2x3 unit, laid it on its side, and I took some metal brackets and attached it. And I also attached it to the wall. Here's my acoustic guitar, and then my electric and my amplifiers. Not extremely happy with how they're tucked in there, but I've got it clamped to the wall, so it's not going to fall. It's not going to go anywhere. And that's what we've got. So I'm just doing a quick overview, and then we'll kind of go through things a little bit more. And then this bookcase, this is where it was before. I've modified it a little bit by putting my Spellbinders machines on there because I have the new Empress. But still kind of the same setup there, except the other cube units I've put now underneath my desk. And I did that, let me move the chair, so that I can have more things at my fingertips. So it's and it kind of opened up the rest of the space in the room. And I'm not doing anything underneath these areas anyway. So you can see I've got a shelf there. I've got an extra laminator. I've got my storage kits, and I've got my bins with my different paper. We've got Love from Lizzie paper, we've got Spellbinders, we've got Michael's, and we've got some envelopes. And then I've tucked my guillotine in there. And then I have got all of my Spellbinders dies right there at my fingertips in those white tubs. And then below that is all my cat scrappiness dies. And those are my go-tos. that I reach for all the time. And so they're right there at my hand. Now in that basket there is some Michael's paper, inexpensive paper, the watercoloring paper, vellum, and then in that brown little bin is unreleased products from Spellbinders. I've really worked that down because I've been busting out some videos. But anyway, and then I've got, I added the Epson printer, which, takes up some additional space. And so I've got, well, there's some cardstock there or some copy paper there, kind of messy. This bin has all my adhesives and things that I grab pretty quickly. And then my nesting dies that I like to grab regularly. And then we've got the Empress, and I've got it sitting on here. We've got some, this is just recent card makes. These are sentiments that I've cut out, die cut a whole bunch of them out and ready to go, and they're sitting there, but this is kind of the area. And then I moved my picture taking station to right here. It was over here, and I had more of a clean open space here, but I just needed more things at my fingertips, and that's why I think it just seems more cluttered than what I prefer. But I take my pictures here. I'll take and move the curtains the other way so that I can get the direct light on here. I make sure to turn off my craft room light there. I'm struggling taking pictures. I'm working on it. I've got some extra little things that I pull in when I'm taking pictures, like I might have that Christmas pin or a box or whatever. And then my best Nana. And then, so I've got, I've got the Crafty Advent box that we'll begin promoting on September 6th. Fergus, these are coming out. This stuff's coming out in videos soon. And then my wall here. And then my Cricut cart. I've got a bunch of stuff on here that these bottom things of stuff I just don't use anymore. I really just need to de-stash. But I've got it on the cart so that I can pull it away when I'm running stuff through. And that way I don't have to constantly, pick it up, move it, and all that and everything. Move this chair back out of the way. And then my heater, that heater is there because I live in Indiana, and this is a sunroom. This was originally a sunroom. And so we've got all of these windows around here into my backyard. And so I need the extra heat for that purpose. So anyway, just panning around here. That's my living room with the white bins with my kids' toys in it, my grandkids. Anyway, so this is what I've done. I don't know if I've improved my situation or made it worse. I was looking back at some videos and kind of longing for some of that simplicity that I had before. I actually had a couch in here. In the very first one, I had a couch, and it was just real open, and I didn't have a lot of stuff, and it was more of a place where you could sit and just kind of, look at all the pretty things and that. But now it's more of a production area as my channel has grown, and my product has grown and all that. It's really become, this is really a workspace now. It's quite honestly, that's what it is. And so it has to be functional. And I'm spending a good part of my day now that the kids are back to school in it. And so I just got to have it functional, and it has to be aesthetically pleasing to me. I have to like it and be happy with it. And so I'm just trying to pan out and show you. But this is, I guess, the current state of the back wall, and the desk and everything. But this is what I've got, and I just thought I'd pop on here real quick and show you, because I did take that whole wall of bins out. So I guess that's what I'm most interested in, is let me know what you think about, did you like the walls better, the wall of cubies better, or I guess this might look a little bit more cluttered just because it has a variety of different things there instead of the cube unit. But I don't know, it feels more open to me. So let me know what you think. I'll try to snap some pictures here at the end to show you the different views of that wall and how it progressed, and we'll add that. And then let me know in the comment box what you think, or if you have suggestions. I mean, I'll sit with a paper and draw things out and try to figure out how can I make this more functional and efficient for me. And I keep trying. I don't know that I'm doing it, but anyway, so this is the current status, and I'll pop some pictures in so you can check it out and let me know what you think. So have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye now.